Joe! Good morning. Good morning, man. All right, the Boone boys are hitting the GuitaRV. We got Big Boone, Middle Boone, Little Boone. We're doing one of our runs down to Portland today and figured let's make it a GuitaRV and bring you guys along, so let's get to it.
After watching the movie Woodstock when it came out in 1970, in my head, I came across with thinking, that would be nice if I could work with those guys. And look where I am. 50 some years later, I'm retired now, but I did my career with most of those artists, between Carlos Santana or Richie Blackmore, Deep Purple, or the Rolling Stones and David Bowie and Bruce Springsteen and Prince. I could speak English like I speak French. And therefore, every time I was working on a show, the stage manager or tour manager was hiring me for the coming show, for the coming tour, for some other things, etc., etc. My brother told me that there was 3 big shows during the coming week. That was Queen and AC/DC, asking me if I wanted to give a hand. I said, yes, absolutely. So here I am on stage and with the local road crew. When we were ready for the show, the stage manager came to me and he said, hey, you come with me. He showed me a bucket seat for a racing car. He said, you're gonna sit here. I sat there, put the seat belt across for me, and he said, see this thing, the big follow spot? And so this is exactly how it happened for me. It was so loud. I could see like 20,000 lighters, and at some point I was asking myself, what the hell am I doing here? 100 feet above John Deacon, the bass player from Queen. I was operating my follow spot on him. This is all what I had to do and listen to the change of colors. This was my first concert in the international industry. I came to work for Prince multiple times because Wendy, his production assistant, she called me and said, Christian, are you working on the show today? I said, no, I'm not, because I'm just back a couple of days ago from a tour. She said, okay, meet me at my hotel. In an hour from now, you're going to work on the show. That was in Paris in '87. So she showed me into the crowd the setup of the stage, a round stage in the center of the venue. And on the walkie-talkie, we hear, Wendy, the follow spot number 11 is not on his place. We start in 5 minutes. I'm tired of this guy. He's never on time, blah, 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 blah. Help me, etc. So Wendy, I just overheard your conversation with Jeff. Okay, I can operate the follow spot. You can operate? Yes, absolutely, I can. Jeff, Christian is with me. He can operate the follow spot. Send him over. So we rushed to Jeff on the side of the stage. He was pulling down the steel ladder. He explains to me, you go all the way up, you walk around there and you sit. See the seat empty? That's where you sit. So I went up there, okay, sat there. As soon as I was answering the phone with the lighting engineer, blackout, and the show starts with whoever musician was there. And I was on the keyboard player that was right under me. And this is how I worked for Prince. At the end of the show, everybody was invited in the private discotheque for the whole night. And then the next day, I went with Prince to the airport and he was gone. So this is how my life has been. And since about probably 4 or 5 years now, Trevor and Jay, we just created a bond, and on a regular basis, those guys come over and we just look into what I have as instruments that they could sell in their fantastic store in Seattle. And I'm really looking forward, to see them again here at my house. Just so, yes, get the guys from Seattle, come here, and I will be happy for the rest of my day.
I got that from Christian last time we were down here. I already said this on the last video, but I was like begging for it for like a couple trips and he finally sold it to me. Yeah, super cool. It's like a 1950 SJ200. Also, for those of you who don't know, the 200, that's how much it cost when it first came out, which is pretty cool. I always kind of thought bigger, 200 like jumbo, but that's just the price of what it cost back in the day. This is Joey's little Silvertone SJ200, which used to be my dad's. Dude, this is solid. And you know what? Val McCullen just commented on a photo of us holding these, and he goes, I have that guitar in my hands while I'm looking at this photo right now. It's pretty cool. You don't see him a lot, but yeah, we decided to do a little jumbo theme today. Why not? All right, I know you guys can relate. Whenever we're driving, we like have to pass like a vintage mall or an antique shop. We're like, man, was there something in there? Well, we're starving, and you know, on the road, it's about kind of keeping going and also finding parking for this gigantic thing. We found perfect parking in front of Antique and Deli. So I'm feeling like the stars are aligning. Maybe there's something in there. Maybe just a sandwich, but we're gonna find out. Well, we went in there and all we found was a small lunch menu, but they moved all the antiques down here, so we're gonna go check it out. I'll buy this, 50 bucks. It's worth 100, pay for lunch. These aren't that old, but man, cooled axes. These handles always feel like old strap necks. I have the best one that I use at home for the fireplace, and it's got a super cool, perfectly worn handle. I don't know, no guitars, so we're looking at axes. Joey just found this mother love bone. Says it was taken off the wall during a concert. 48 bucks. That's awesome. Plus the color. All right, a couple road treasures. Killer tweed suitcase in awesome condition. We love those. We've got about 50 or 60 of them in the acoustic room. Mother Love Bone poster. You saw us geeking out on that. Little Explorer. Why not? Throw a patent number in it. 87 South Washington. We're on 83 South Washington. Neil Young with the D45. We'll match it up for the next D45 we have. And then I don't know if I was just into those old axes or this little guitar, but Axe Victim. It's kind of fun, so. All right, we're hungry. Let's go grab a sandwich. What's up, dude? Sharp dressed man. What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm
good to see you.
Good to see you.
We're gonna have some fun today.
Yeah.
You guys know this cat, right?
Yeah.
The world famous road warrior. What's up, dude?
Himself.
I don't know where the case is. For instance, this red one that's out there, I haven't been able to find the case. I don't know.
Is that one gonna be for sale?
This one could be sold, yes, absolutely.
We'll start with these, and then we'll
Yes,
keep on going.
that's it. This is what I got available.
All right, here with one of my favorite guys. We've done a lot of business over the years and kind of thinning the herd. You guys know the background, and everybody loves you, man. We always come here, and it's like takes a long time because we're like digging stories out of Christian. He's just been like a road warrior. He's been around the block, guitar tech, driver, stage production, just everything, man.
Yeah, the shrine to David Bowie.
Yeah, worked for Bowie.
I was his driver.
And yeah, he's got an amazing collection, some stuff that he's keeping. He's got, you know, different residences that he keeps some of the other stuff. But we're trying to kind of help clear some room, and it's like so fun because everything has been kind of hand-picked and curated as if we would, you know, as we would. Let's see what we got here. Les Paul, obviously, that's cool. The Pro,
Yep.
kind of unique, you know, the two P90s. It's kind of big frets. Somebody put some refret on this, which is probably a good thing. technically P90s can kind of give you more coverage. You can get twang, you can do the Gibson thing.
Yeah.
And so I love when they come in because I get to kind of convert Fender guys to Les Paul and introduce them to kind of the Gibson world and stuff. But so there you go. Cream P90s, black finish. Hey Joey, while we open these, why don't you kind of stage them over there and we'll revisit them. But that's really cool. So this is the first time you've met Joe, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Joey is the man. He's like a musical genius and heart of gold, and he's obviously been at the shop the last few years. He's awesome. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, here, this looks like a semi-hollow body,
Yeah.
kind of 90s case. 345,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Cool. These are fun. Actually, it's pretty light, which is cool too.
It's a reissue.
Yeah, nice reissue. Rosewood board. This is a red Les Paul Deluxe. Cool. Yeah, there we go. There's a sister over there.
Yeah.
The humbuckers. This is beautiful. 70s. It's got the volute. It's actually really clean. So can you remember, like, when you see these, is it like crazy memory? I found that at the Arlington show in 1999, or is it kind of like, you can remember all that stuff?
Yes.
So do you remember where you got this one?
Oof, specific this one. No, yeah.
Gotcha.
You tracked me. Yeah.
Cool. No, these are fun.
That's an R9 top, a reissue 59, of course. Just beautiful tone.
Yeah, it is really nice, man.
And some flames also
Nice
in the,
aging,
in the table, yes.
They got the belly really
Yep.
good on this too.
Yep.
Cool, and here's the test. Medium weight, it's
Yeah,
good. Probably
yeah.
about 9 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, right there, which is kind of typical for like R9s.
Yeah. I did some recordings with this one. The sound is just great. I love
Really?
it. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And you can probably guess at this point, he's using these instruments. Look at this amp set up over here, and he's got a cool recording setup, you know, which I love to see. Sometimes these are stored and appreciated in that way, you know, in a shrine, but every time we come here, things are rearranged, different amps are down here, and it's like there's an active musician within these walls, and I love that. Just
About a month ago, I participated into a concert, which was a fundraising for pulmonary fibrosis. And so I provided in my amplifiers a drum kit, and there was 9 bands singing 3 songs here in Portland.
I was going to ask,
yes,
is it out
absolutely,
here?
yes.
So were you supplying the backline essentially?
Yes, I was supplying the amps. So there was like about 9 amps. Not this one, the Fender that's here. 2 Marshalls plus 1 spare.
Did they come and pick it up, or did you have to haul that stuff like the old
I had
days?
to all that stuff in my back. You're still kidding me, man.
Oh, no, dude.
70
You
years.
gotta hang up the badge, man. Stop hauling that stuff around, man.
Look at this guy, 70 years old now. Can you believe that? I'm still rock and rolling. You know, I'm looking also for a Strat, like a L series, you know, like 62, 63. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to find you a cool Strat, man. I've got
Yeah.
a couple in right now. Maybe I'll ping you on.
Yeah.
But today we're buying guitars.
Yeah.
We're the customers.
So
That's pretty. Oh yeah, big headstock.
Yeah.
Like a 68 reissue, 67.
I think it's 68.
It's got that cool bouncy feeling. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Strats are kind of.
Yep.
Got the COA, which is good. What do they call it? 60s Stratocaster Relic. So they don't get too specific about it, but it's kind of like 67 to 69. Let's call it 68. They call it 60s. Cool. These cases are heavy duty, man.
Yeah.
Pretty. I'm having a reappreciation for Pollard Smith lately. My buddy just came in with a few. And you know, Pollard Smith are incredible guitars. I grew up on vintage. That's just my thing. You know, I really put my focus on vintage guitars because that's what I've just been around my whole life.
Yeah.
When you really like look close at guitars of this caliber they're putting out, it's like, damn, man, incredible. That is absolutely beautiful, great condition.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
It looks like another Fender case, I assume.
Yeah.
Hey Booney, if you want to take this Paul Reed Smith, best bus driver in the world, man, Jay Boone. Much more than that,
That's
man.
my new retirement. I'm the GuitaRV bus driver.
Yeah.
Because I've been that all along.
Yeah. When he's on vacation, we call Christian.
Yes.
All right, look at that.
Yeah.
Torque guard. Wow, bound neck. That's unusual. Very cool. So torque guards, they did a, you occasionally see like 64 strats with torque guards. One of my favorite examples is one that John Mayer has. It's a sunburst strat with a torque guard. When I see a bound neck, I think like 66 Jag or Jazzmaster or something like that.
Yes.
So this is kind of a cool brainchild of Fender. It's also really, really light.
Yeah.
Cool neck. It's groovy, man. I dig it. Okay, what else you got? Let's see. This could be many things.
Duesenberg.
Wow, a Gretsch-looking Duesenberg.
Gretsch,
Yeah. That's cool, man. These kind of came on the scene, 10 years ago, and they're the coolest thing on the block. And I always thought they were, cool medium between kind of like Gretsch and Les Paul. And a lot of cats are using them with, incorporated with like pedals and ambient stuff because they have this really awesome kind of surface tone, and maybe you don't want it to just like sound like this big woody guitar. You just want it to have this kind of sparkly top end, like a Gretsch, but in Les Paul form. So I saw the label, and I love when this happened. So like a week ago, we had a really cool Walnut 335. We put on Instagram, and our local buddy Tim, who plays with Brandy Carlisle, him and his brother Phil both play with her. I've known him forever. He's the sweetest. So shout out to Tim and Phil. They saw that. He was like, man, if it's really that good, I'm gonna come down and check it out. Loved it, picked it up, snagged it, and yeah, so he's playing that now. So look, we need something to fill the void. This is a 355,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So ebony board, it's got the vibrato. And, in this era, the nut width will change from 1/11/16 to 1/5/8, and people get freaked out about that, and if I'm buying from afar, I want 1/11/16 generally, but behind the curtain at the guitar shop, and something that I've learned is, man, get your hands on it, because the depth of the neck compensates for that, and sometimes the guitar just works like that. I mean, already I'm feeling it's like, just feels really good at the nut, and there's a reason why Gibson did that. People wanted to move a little faster down there, and obviously if you have big meat hooks, probably like you, you might get a little cramped down there, but this feels good, man. Yeah, super clean. I always thought the gold hardware looked really nice with the walnut, original hard shell case. It's cool. It's fun, it's different. We'll put it in the Gretsch wall.
I played a song with this one, song from Tom Petty, You Got Lucky.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
I used to play that. That was like one of the only covers I did when I was playing in bands. I love it.
that's the perfect guitar for that, yes.
Dun, 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 dun. That's so cool. In the recording, they have that weird kind of like flimsy keyboard sound or something. You got lucky, babe. I found you.
Yep.
Cool. Well, we've got some stuff to work on. Yeah. Let's take a closer look at this and start working on a deal. And then I want to peek into the room that you're not ready yet and see if there's anything that I can. Okay. Hold on to it until I have somebody who wants to buy a Midas, so I can hit a home run for you.
Yeah.
Like if I see some of the guys like, I want this, then I'll just step out of it and get you paid for it. But yeah.
Otherwise, here eventually, if we agree on the price, by 60 burst.
Okay, I have a rekey here. I forgot about that.
Yeah, pop on the bed.
I don't remember if this
What
is my...
little Martin is this? It's a...
That's the copy of the Clapton.
Yeah, 000 2080.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Keeping this guy too?
No, I can sell this one. I can sell this one.
Would you sell both
But
for...
again, I don't have the cash for this one.
I thought maybe I saw a Clapton Martin case out there under the tarp for 0028
But
copter.
this
different
one, yeah, this is two different generations. This one has serial number 17,000. This one under the tarp, the serial number is 389 or something like this. All the best woods and everything they could put together in this model. Okay, so that's the Clapton signature to celebrate the year that he quit drinking and he was sober. Okay, so this is why I have this one out there, because this one is more valuable than this one, of course.
Yeah.
All the ones that are here are James Strasser.
And you're kind of keeping on the Truzar right now?
Yes, I'm keeping those.
Yeah.
It's a long time friend of mine. And I bought these guitars because they're very well made and because he's a friend of mine
Yeah,
to help me
Truzar's
with this
the man.
business. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I
He's
keep
an
them.
artist,
Yeah,
dude. Legend.
absolutely,
He's one of
absolutely.
those guys that's like, even right now, obviously people know, but like you're gonna look at guitar books in
Yeah.
20 years, and
Yes.
he made. There's a lot of builders, but he will be on the Mount Rushmore of
Yes.
builders, you
Yes.
know, for totally carving his own space in the industry.
Yeah.
What you got there?
It's an old ovation. I know some of you guys are gonna give me shit, but they're cool. They're again kind of like the Choose Art stuff, right? Like they're their own thing.
Exactly.
They're using like helicopter components back in the day to make like.
Ovation was distributed in France for many, many years, like during the peak of Ovation, okay, for let's say 15 years, 20 years, okay? And I was friends with the musician, the French musician, Marcel Dadi, finger-picking bluegrass guitarist, just impossible to meet the guy who was able to do what he was doing, okay? And Marcel, in 1996, was awarded the first prize for a foreign bluegrass picking guitarist. Wow. They heard that there was a guitar show, music show in Cincinnati. So they went to Cincinnati, they returned to New York. The next day they flew to New York, and the TW-800, boom, exploded just outside New York. There was a maneuver from the Navy outside the waters of New York. The warship was set up to hit the first target at 5,000 feet, and this is the commercial flight that came first. And boom, Marcel was killed and Guy Dupont was killed. Ovation. He was the rep for Ovation in France.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the story of Ovation.
Damn, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and a week before he came to the store, I was working, I was subbing for someone else. I was working in the music store in Paris, okay, and Marcel came over, shook hands with him, and a week after he was gone. Yeah, so that's the story of Ovation. I'm sorry I didn't want to be...
No, that's why we do this, man. Those
Yeah.
are stories that need to be shared with people.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's like...
Yeah.
You know, this is where we have a platform to talk about some of these things, get lost in the whole deal, man.
See? Yeah.
So $200, I'm sure. All right, that's quick and easy, man. I love hanging with Christian. It's a little bit of a rock and roll history lesson, and we do some cool deals, man. So we're going off with a bunch of stuff. This is really fun for us because we get to deal with more volume, you know, than just one crazy guitar. So anyways, I think there's like 13 or 14. Bought them all. And we're gonna try to get back to Seattle tonight. I think we'll be okay. The windshield wipers are acting a little funky, so as long as it doesn't start pouring rain, we'll be home tonight. Let the world go around, brother.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, man. Absolutely. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Either here or Palm Springs, all right?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
All right, buddy.
We'll find a place, definitely.
All right, windshield wipers better work on the way home, or else we're staying in Battleground, Washington.